We're here at Miami University. Once again, Mujer Latina Today, connecting, educating, informing the community, the Hispanic Latino community of Ohio, the Midwest, and the United States. We have the Professor Patricia Gallagher Newberry. She's a professor of journalism. Welcome to Mujer Latina Today.
Thank you very much for having me.
We are in a very interesting moment in journalism. We have invited a very prestigious and recognized journalism for an event. Could you please share with us a little bit more about this event and about Robert McChesney?
Absolutely. Robert McChesney is a professor of communications at the University of Illinois in Champaign-Urbana. He is probably the most renowned scholar on the topic of media reform. What I like about McChesney is that he loves journalism, and he loves journalists, and he wants to save journalism. We're going through a real crisis in journalism in our country, with many of our traditional media companies under attack, under great burden of debt, of competing with the internet, and many of them are struggling. So in his many books and on his many different websites and his various reform efforts, he's putting forth really provocative, innovative ideas on how to address some of these fundamental failings of the structure of journalism.
Robert McChesney, and he will be talking about a very interesting topic. He will be talking about media and democracy and the coming upheaval. Tell me about that presentation in particular. What do you want people that attend the conference can learn about his presentation?
I hope that he will talk a lot about the role of journalism in a democracy. Going back to the beginning of our country, our founding fathers had this idea that the news business was important enough to give specific protection in the form of the First Amendment. So we are a country with 200 plus years of history of wanting to protect, promote, and grow journalism. So I hope he will talk about the important role that journalism plays in our society in protecting all of our rights to open, unfettered information. And then tie that basic philosophy to what's going on in the media industry and why it's important that we come up with workable solutions to address some of the business issues of journalism.
I love when he said, the media are central to all our lives, but yet the media are the most frequently misunderstood part of our lives. Do you believe that too?
I do believe. I absolutely, as someone who practiced journalism for a number of years and now teach journalism, I believe that the news media is an essential part of all of our lives. It's certainly core to my life, but I really do think, remove the media from, say, from the current political discourse in our country. What would you know about what just happened in Florida? What's going to happen in the next few months in our, take the media out of any significant event in our lives in recent years, and you have a far less informed public. So I hope he'll highlight the role that media plays, the important role in keeping us all informed citizens, and why it's important that there be support for the media going forward.
It's very outspoken about this, that we
so.
have to change the media. But also, the next day, February 17, we're going to have a group of panelists, and it's invited, will be Robert McChesney, but also Jared Ball. Can you please share with us
I think
that?
Jared will really kickstart the conversation the next morning. He's going to bring a different perspective. He is also a professor in an academic setting, but he writes on issues of importance to the Black community and other ethnic communities. He's a blogger for a site that has primarily a Black audience, and I think that he will help us move the discussion into what's at stake for minority media, for all persons of color, if those parts of our media landscape are not also saved and grown and protected.
We are in a diverse society, and this dialogue definitely is going to be interesting, bring us, educate us, or maybe inform us more about how to be more educated and inform about the news. But also, why is important this Robert Streppel Memorial Continuing Dialogue on Justice and Human Rights Symposium? Because it's every year.
Yes, I was really pleased that the Stripple program selected a media scholar this year because I think it does connect the social justice underpinnings of journalism with the goals of the Stripple program to highlight social justice issues. Losing our voice, losing a free press, an unfettered press, having a press that's controlled by the government, those are all at a very basic level, social justice issues. If we lose our ability to communicate through news media, we have lost something as a people.
As a journalist, as a professor, you are reaching out to the Latino community. You would like to share a message for the Latino community to be part of this program?
Well, I would invite everyone in your audience to participate in this event, be aware of this event, educate themselves about the importance of media, and work with your website and similar websites to bring information of importance to them to you. That's a missing part very often of the discussion. The audience does have some responsibility. They need to bring information to you to say, we would like coverage on this, we need coverage on this. They need to cooperate with you when you go out and say, we need you to comment or help us with this difficult topic, this challenging topic. So, the citizen has a role in media. They can bring you news, they can help you develop news, they can help then inform an entire community. So that's a challenge.
Well, thank you so much, Professor. It's a pleasure to have you today, Mujer Latina Today. We will be here. We will be part of this interesting event, and we will be hoping interviewing more people, more professors, and learning from them. And thank you so much.
Thank you.